Hey everyone, and welcome to Agent Real Tech. This week we are going to work on creating a free landing page for you as a real estate agent for free. All right, well, let's jump right into it. So here you can see an example of my website, which is jonathanbreton.com, which I use as just a general landing page. I can share this on social media. I can share this specifically with clients, or I can put this on a business card, and everything is always going to point my clients or people that have an interest in working with me to this site. So the best part about this is it's all simply made with Google. So Google has a feature built into Google Drive as one of the options, and it is Google Sites. And Google Sites, you can go through and create just basic websites, and I am using it as a basic landing page to point all of my clients to. So they can see obviously my name, a picture of me on top. I've got just a quick bio about myself. And then I've got two links here on this main page. One will take them to my CRM, and one will take them to a Calendly link, which will allow them to schedule an appointment with me if they need to specifically speak with me. So again, this is created just within Google. You can go to sites.google.com, or if you go into your Google account, the dots on the top right go into Drive, and then Drive will get you to the Google Sites as well. So the Google Sites themselves are very simple and very basic. You have lots of different options on how you can create a landing page for yourself, whether that's with something like WordPress. You could use something like Wix or Weebly. All of these different drag and drop builders are an option, but all of them obviously are going to come with some type of cost. The thing I love the most about Google Sites, you could simply have a completely free website. The URL is going to be a little funky, but you can also buy the domain, and all you need to do is own the domain, create the site on Google Sites, and then that is your only cost to have a simple landing page to get your clients to you and all of your information. So I'm just going to take a very brief view into how to create the site, and this is completely customizable as far as how you want to use your site and what colors and what information you want to share on there. Again, this is just an introduction to it. So you can create a blank website, or you can go to the template gallery, and then they've got various different ones pre-built for you. If you were to use the template gallery, any of these will work. All of them do the same type of thing. For now, I'm just going to use a blank one just so that you can get a feel for what is available. So once you click blank, it'll go through and create this site for you. At the top, you're going to want to give your page a title. This is going to be your name. This is going to be whatever you want it to be. So you can put that. You can add text box simply by clicking anything over here. You can add content blocks if you want to add a couple pictures, maybe of recent listings you've had, or different headshots of yourself. All you have to do is simply click on these things, and they're going to add in here to this web page. The caution is, don't get too heavy on your landing page. You're really just looking for a way for people to be introduced to who you are and get to the other sites that you want them to use. Specifically in the world of real estate, you've probably got a CRM that you're using. Try to get them to that page to do all their home searches. Try to get them to your calendar link if you want them to schedule time with you. Just use this as a landing page, simply as that. The great thing about this as well is all you need to do is go in and change out this information if you were to change brokerages. This is real estate. Changing brokerages happens. So rather than if your company or your brokerage has a website right now, www.searchhomes.com, but then you switch companies and you're not getting searchhomes.com anymore, if you get in the habit of sharing this site, so I share jonathanbreton.com, when people go to search for homes on there, if I were to switch a brokerage, they only go to jonathanbreton.com. They don't realize that that link to get to the search site has changed. So that's just a great tip for using a landing page for yourself. So again, you can just click and drag things. If you want to move sections, you click and drag, move this section up here. Now that'll be the first thing that shows on the website. And then up here on the top right, you can see a preview of what that website would look like to your user that comes to it. This is what the computer, if they're on a computer, what it would look like. There's an option to see what it would look like for them on a tablet, and even all the way down to a mobile user. And this is a great way to make sure that you've got your stuff formatted and your information is friendly to use, whether somebody is on a phone, a tablet, or a computer. We'll X out of there. So on my site, you may have noticed that I had separate pages. So up here on the top right, I've got home, media, and resources. So people are able to click through these pages and get to different information. So clicking on my media page can get you back to this channel. To watch the YouTube channel, it can get you to the podcast link to listen to this video in the podcast format. There's also a resources tab that has various different resources that I use and feel comfortable recommending to other people. So just to be able to set something up like that, over here on the right side, you've got insert and then pages. Under pages, there's a plus button. You can add a new page, a new link, or if you just click new page right here, we'll call this test page. Now you've got yourself a separate page. You can adjust the header on here, so it's just the title and information. And again, the same way, you can click these content blocks, or you can simply click text box and put information here. So this is just very brief introduction. Again, you can see this is super high level, not getting into the nitty gritty. If you guys are very interested in this, I can do a more deep dive video on this and all the different nuances and things that you can create on here. But again, pretty self-explanatory, just a basic landing page that you want to send your clients to. So the next step with this is actually being able to publish it on the internet and for you to be able to direct your clients to this page. Very simply, on the top right, you've got this publish option. And this is what I was referring to earlier. Right now, as a free website, your website will be sites.google.com/view/whatever you want to name it. So that would be how somebody gets to your website. If you want to keep it that way and you want to keep it as a free option, that's what you would share with people, and that's how they would get to you. Your other option, and this is the asterisk to the video of it not actually being fully free, is that you can put a custom domain and point people to your site. So my custom domain, again, is jonathanbreton.com. That's all that people need to know, and they get to my Google site. So if you go to this custom domain and manage, you've got this option to start setup on a custom domain. Personally, I use Google Domains as my domain, and it is typically you'll find sites for about $12 per year. GoDaddy is another place that you can buy a domain name and you'll just use this third-party option. But with using Google Domains, you're already in the ecosystem of using Google, so it just makes it that much easier. So select a domain from Google Domains, or if you already own it, or you can buy a domain, and when you hit next, it'll take you to their site to go through the purchase process of buying the custom domain. So here, let's say your name is John Smith. Let's see if John Smith Realtor is available. It'll search the internet. So johnsmithrealtor.com is not available, but if you wanted .net, .org, .info, any of those options, you can purchase that. Let me see if I can find one. Just put something funky in there so that we can actually find a website. So this is what it would look like. So now if you put yourname.com or your name and your city to be able to get exactly to the domain that you want or you want to provide to your clients. Again, don't get too crazy with this because you want it to be able to fit on a business card or you want it to be able to point your clients directly to it simply. But this one we're using 123website1.com. This will be funky, but whatever. So then you would go over to this buy option. I'm not going to purchase this domain because I have no need for it, but simply it'll renew every year for $12, or you can purchase more years at once. You hit checkout. Now you own this domain and your website will be pointed to it. So when somebody goes to jonathanbreton.com, it takes them directly to my Google site, and there is nothing that extra that they have to do. They just get to browse as a new user. All right, well, that about wraps it up for this video. Hope you guys got some value from it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.